Piscean era, Pisces, school, lambda, pneumonia, scarecrow, witchcraft, straw man, 144, 18, 9, 144, 18, 9, before, 5, 5, 5. All right. Enough of the introduction. It's my beard oil. Told me it's behind me. Looks like CBD oil, but it's beard oil. Um, wow, wow, wow. Uh, today is today is a bright day. Today's sugary. It's a sweet day, which means liquids. I want to talk right now because I want to just do my mixologies for today. So today, what I'm gonna be here to dipset, or just to definitely to dipset. I'm gonna dipset this mix, which is a dime. It's a dime for para. It's a paradigm. Um, I'm trying to eloquate these. I don't want to call them lines. I want to call them threads. I want to eloquate these threads. Um, really. So yesterday, it was about yesterday or yester month, yester year. It was about intellectual quotients, and now more than more than not, or more than enough, we're seeing a shift happening toward it. We're seeing a shift happening toward it. Emotional quotient. Now, for a lot of you, um, hear this. A lot of you, my brothers and sisters, hear this. We are headed for the emotional quotient. We are headed for the dampening. The dampening is connected. The dampening is, should I say connected or synthesized? Yeah, it's definitely by synthesized. Is synthesized to power, and in the quantification of the dampening that that needs to be discussed is 15%. So now you gotta be very intelligent. I feel like as this process that's happening all over the cosmos and all over the local galaxies, and this radiation, this centering that's occurring in our solar system, in our quadrant of the universe, that dampening is just, that radiation is just, it's just, is absorbent. So now, when I say now, I mean like in the last dampening, in the last major dampening that we had, that reduced our powers, that made a buffer for us and created a wall of sorts. I'm here to discuss that dampening, what it does is that um, this dampening effect is it created a wall, so it created a 15% buffer, and right now we're feeding into that buffering effect by not waking up. So one of the ways that you can wake up is just really just um, it's just don't no don't dampen your effects. You know, you are affected to receive power. So in the worst case scenario, your body will compensate to keep you warm. In the worst case scenario, um, you're gonna pass through the seven dimensions, and you want to be on the seventh dimension. So now that I brought up the number of the dimension, um, there are various, even the number three is a seven dimension, but there are various dimensions that goes towards the number seven. So the 15 dimension, it goes to the number six, and the number six is happiness, and that's happiness is power. So I'm giving you my thesis here. Happiness is power. So as long as you are eternally happy, you can always activate your powers. As long as you're happy, you're gonna be levitating and not really know it. As long as you're happy, you're gonna be residing um, inside your soul chamber. I don't like chambers. I actually hate chambers, but maybe you're gonna be residing inside your soul urn, which is your body. I like the word urn better because it goes with morning. Chambers goes against morning. Chambers is like there's like it's like a morning, but skipping the morning process. So like your body. I'm not talking about like. Well, what am I talking about? Before I get out of talking, I'm speaking about the dimension of your body um, coming back from the spirit world. Like a chamber is like that, where a urn is a watery chamber. So like you're comfortable, it's to your liking, but words. So yeah, so know that every day that you get a 15% power boost. It's a differential between us and them. They can't do what they don't do. You know, they can't go against their nature. So for us machines, us organisms to adapt, like they can't. The funny thing is that they can't even attack. And it's beautiful because they can't attack. They can't really advance because there's nothing to attack. If they attack, then they would be liable to be prosecuted by their own system, created themselves in it, or something like that. They can't advance. There's no body to usurp. If they want control in an environment where they already seized control, then I guess they're gonna be. I wonder who did that. I'm back to being live again. So I'm back to being live. So yeah, so that really did not disrupt my train of thought or disrupt my train of thought. But that was all I had to say for that part. Um, like we are really graduating. We are really graduating um, into into our shoes. We're graduating into our feet, into our assignment. We are graduating into our assigned roles and designations, if you will. We're graduating, and we just got to keep on graduating. I'm looking at people who I thought, I swear, and it's important that I swear this, because I'm swearing to my mama, that I never thought in a trillion billion gajillion years, and here they are, they're teaching this, and I just felt like they would never really get it. So like, so it's happening, the ascension process, and that's what power water rising is. And my last video, I told you all that the water that's circling this planet, that's getting bigger and bigger every day. The water that's circling our planet and that's getting bigger and bigger every day is as high as a mountain. It's as high as a mountaintop. So now, instead of the power, instead of our power being at the base of our skulls or our neck, now it's way down here because the water has risen. You know, so it's in our shell shock backpack, or it's in our shell shock battery pack, which is right here. So you go all around. It's in the shell shock backpack, which is like right there, especially right here. All right, and so just so you see where the water is gonna be at for us pretty soon. One thing you can do to help assist in this shift, I don't like to call it a shift, but I don't know what else to call it. One thing that you can do to help assist in the shift is you can buy orgone. Get you some orgone, and I don't know what you're supposed to do with it, honestly, but get you some orgone and just meditate next to it. Put it in integral places around your zone, so that way you create a buffer, or orgone buffer. Um, as far as mathematics, I'm gonna do some mathematics with you because this is a Piscean era. So we are in the Piscean era. We are in the age of Aquarius, age of Pisces. So together, Pisces is an intellectual sign. Pisces is also governed by Uranus, and I always wanted to say that it's a concentration of plutonic energy, because it's Pluto, because Pisces, Pisces is peace, or peak, or peace, but Pisces understands war. During the Piscean age, we had many wars. We had the Gullah Wars. We had cosmic battles. We had terrestrial battles. We had alien battles. Alien is just another name for terrestrial, for an Indian, for inhabitants. So when they say aliens are invading, that means the terrestrials, the native people are invading. Um, it's everything as 2019 has just been beautiful. My brothers and my brothers, everything has been beautiful. Why is it beautiful? It's beautiful because I'm starting to see the respect that I've been longing to see between the ancient Olmec people, the ancient black basaltic Mediterranean obsidian Olmec people, and the Aztec, all the people from the Yucatan Peninsula, all the people from South America, from Panama, and it's a ripple effect. I wanna give like a case study, e.g. I want to give a case study about these monkeys that were living on different islands, and they had discovered a way to forage food, right? And the islands, each island was like several. There were several islands, and every one was separated by water. But shortly after one learned, um, and then a group of ones, a group of one learned this technique as far as foraging, harvesting, and collecting. It spread throughout all the islands that were thought to be separated. So, so what had connected them was through the network. And right now we call it a network, but it pretty soon it won't be a network. Um, we call it the internet. Well, it's going to be a network, but it's going to be a work net. It's not going to be a network. It's going to be a work net. A network is it's kind of savage, but just the principle, copy paste. Um, so I want to get into the mathematics, right? You have number one, which is service to self. You have number two, which is service to others, and you have number two, which is also rebellion against one, because number two doesn't like people that are not narcissistic. So number two is more of an empath. So here we have, we came from the 1900s, which is all about war, and we're in the 2000s, and we want to assemble peace. We want to assemble peace, and we want to ban. We want to ban peace. Or band tie. We want to tie peace together, and we can only accomplish this through war and through love and war. So um so very really, I'm gonna give you some numbers, right? um we're trapped in a number four. They say Earth is a prison. The number four could be a better prison, right? So the number four is a prison. Number four is 13. Number four is um number four is 13. No, yeah. Oh wait, number four is 12, which is three. So three. Wait, so 34. So 12. No. Wait. Which we're trapped in? Yeah, we're trapped in 12. We're trapped in 12. I'm sorry. We're trapped in 12. So we're trapped in a number. And we're trapped in three, which is a number 12. So just yeah, you just. All right. So the number three, which is the number 12, we're trapped in the number three. We're also trapped on the number four too, because we don't know it. Because you have some people that are born in 92, and you have some people that are born in 94. And I feel like the people who are born in these 2 years, in the last 20 years, in the last 25 years, right? Let's just say a quarter century. Those, in human talk, those people, those souls born in 92, like myself, in 94, that means you are a service to others. It means like you are all types of service to others. Because really the number 9 is a 0. And also we can't forget about the 80s. The 80s was a hell of an important time. The people who are alive and who was born in the 80s, they have a direct effect on the generation that came before and after them. When I say before and after, I'm only talking about the 90s. I'm not talking about the 70s. When I say if you were born in the 80s, the generation that comes before and after you is in the 90s. If you were born in the 80s and you gave birth, especially that child that you're bringing, they're from that child that you're bringing is actually your father, or is actually your daughter. I mean, it's actually your mother. You know, they could be your they could be your third. They can be your third. You're like your like the third line down, but that's still your mother. Because you can have different moms. You might be able to have more than one mom. You know, if you bring them into this world, you might bring in both of your moms in the same lifetime. You might, if you bring in twin daughters, but those twin daughters, those twin girls, was actually, your parents 900 years ago. We see what I did there. I used a 0 point example, but I just switched it around. It's still a 0 point example, so it can be in any time, it can be in any realm, it can be in any dimension, and I'm pretty sure there's about like 700 of them. It's about 700 dimensions that, at least, I'm talking about bare minimum. Just like bare minimum, in order for you um, to 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 feel the ascension, for the ascension to hit you and survive it, you gotta at least be 50% woke, you know. So is levels to this shit. If you're a number two person, if you was born in 1992, if you were born in 2001, if you were born in if you were born in 2003, if you were born in 2004, if you were born in 2000, if you were born in it's a little bit different, to be honest, but you're like a multiple, or you're just a power of 10. If you was born in 2001, then you were 3%. And you're not like me. I'm a number two person, because I'm a 0 2. If you were born in 2003, um no, I'm sorry. If you were born in 2001, born in 2001, you're probably a 3 person with the light, with the power light of, I'm trying to see it. 2001, 0, 1. You could be like a 13, which is like a 4. You were born in 2001, you'll be like a 4 person. Um, so you probably think you are like a 12 person, but you don't know how to do the Piscean math. The Piscean math is the math of peace. It's the math of war. It's the math of it's the math of you waves, and you destruction, and you love,